Some things are just naturally angry. Creepers, zombies, and Fuyiko. Yeah, that seems about right. Good day, good people. It's another fine day in the year of the Zenith Tunic. Dave Anomaly, the Anomalicars. If you know me as the man who's ready for things to get a little bit more crazy in terms of points this season in red versus blue. It is still anyone's game. We're halfway through. We've seen some incredible things happen. Last week especially. We had, what, three championship matches last week? Crazy. Crazy stuff. But I am the United States Saber. Welcome back to another episode of the... Oh yeah. The Danganronpa Hunger Games. Today's day, right here, right now. It's 7/7. It is Lucky Seven's Day, and it is a celebration of gambling. Oh yes, 7/7, we're celebrating gambling, and we have I guess it's 8 characters from every one of the franchises. Danganronpa 1, Danganronpa 2, B3, Ultra Despair Girls, and the anime. 8 from each of them. And they're all here. 40 competitors, 20 on blue team, 20 on red team, and I do believe it is time to show you just who's gambling today. We have Fumi. We couldn't have this episode without Celeste. Impossible. Togami is here with Mondale, Akane, Ibuki, Fuyiko, Gundam, and there he is. The new Danganronpa Hunger Games champion of champions in what was potentially the most feel-good moment in the history of these games. Kaito finally cashing his win and getting the title while doing it. Kokichi is here as well. Mew, Samugi, Komaru, Genocide Jack, Jotaro, Monica, Juzo, Tengen, Kizakura, and young Mitarai are all here for blue team. And then we take a peek at who's representing red. We see Makoto, Junko, Toko, Hiro, Kazuichi, Chiaki, Nagito, Sonya, Shuichi, Kori, Himiko, Angie, former champion Kotoko. She's like, hey, you know, chaos might reign. I can get that title back. Masaru, Haiji, Hiroko, Chisa, the greatest Gozu, Munakata, and the arena's official janitor, Seiko. Unfortunately, this is not Orteal, so she doesn't get the janitor perk, but you know, it exists, and she will have it from now on. Is she in tomorrow? I have no idea if she's in tomorrow, but that's tomorrow. Today we're talking about today, and just for formality's sake, we do need to do one more thing. Kaito. I really hope that it doesn't happen. But I'm gonna be frank, it would be just your luck if in 3, 2, 1, you hit the first time 1 in 20 chance that chaos reigns. It's never hit at 5%. It's hit at 10%, but it's never hit at 5. Togami, are you gonna do it to him? Don't do it to him. Let's find out if he does it to him. We're spinning the wheel. It's going, and... Oh, is he gonna do it to him? I can't believe it. No. I'm not even gonna do the transition. I'm not gonna do the transition right now. This, stop the recording on that. Really, Togami? Really? Really? I'm a little I'm a little peeved, man. I'm sad for him. dropped my whole iPad. Oh man. I had like bits prepared. I had like a couple of bits prepared. I had like announcements, and I'm still gonna probably make them, and I was like ready for it. Hey. That really happened. Oh man. Y'all, you can't write this stuff. Oh man. Kaito, do it again. That's all I can say. One in 20 chance on the impossible champion. Soundboard's already switched. I'm not even gonna do it. I'm not gonna do the boom chaos. I just feel bad for him. I feel so bad. I swear if he comes in last. The following matchup, much to my chagrin, is now for the Danganronpa Hunger Games Champion of Champions title. Okay. Alright. Everyone here now has a 1 in 40 shot at becoming champion. I'll be frank, I really was not ready for this. However, as the duty as the showrunner, we keep our heads up high, and we hope for the best. Let's see who walks out of here with the title. Kaito could join the select few to retain. He could hand it off to an entourage member like Kazuichi, which I hope that he doesn't, because we are feuding and we are fighting in just a couple of months at EV Mania. And I'm excited for that. And we have a show to get on the road, so make your comments first, second, and third. I'm screaming internally. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 1 in 20 chance. It's always a chance. I always say it's always a chance is a chance. I'm gonna make my picks first, second, and third. You guys make yours as well in the comments. I'm shocked. I cannot get over the fact that, like, I am at a loss for words, but I'm gonna make my picks. I'm gonna pick Kaito for first. I have to. If he loses, he loses, but like, that's my pick for first, and I'm hoping for him. For second, give me Jack. 2 titles, Jack. Double Jack. I'm here for it. And for third, give me my janitor. Give it to Seiko. She's never held a singles title, but I'd love to see that happen. There's a lot of possibilities for new champions who could. Mitarai could get his first win. There's a lot of people who could hold their first singles title hold their first title at all in these games. Celeste. Togami, actually. Yeah, Togami, Akane. Let's just go down the list. Everyone in this row, no, Gundam has never held gold, actually. That would be delightful. I would actually thoroughly enjoy that. This row, everyone in this row has held gold. That's a strong row. Monica has never held gold. Juzo, I don't believe, has either. Tengen has, Kizakura has not, and Mitarai has not even won. Makoto never held gold for anything. Makoto, I think I would love to see Makoto. Toko needs some gold. Hiro does need some gold. He does, doesn't he? Does he? He does. Kazuichi's only gotten 1 win, but it was for a title. Chiaki, Nagito has held gold. Sonya has not, and I believe I would love to see that. Shuichi, he needs some love too. So does Corey. Himiko. Put that back on, actually. Does need some gold as well. Angie has held gold. Kotoko has. Masaru has not. He has not. He's been close, though. Haiji has never held gold? No. No. Seiko has most definitely held gold, tag team gold several times. Mudokata has never held gold either. The Great Gozu has held gold. Chisa has as well. Agent of Chaos has held gold. That you'll have to see it. And Mama has held that singles title once. However, it was brief. However, I believe Kaito may now have. And I don't know if that's actually entirely certain. And that's under the assumption that he loses this match. May have had the shortest title reign in the history of these games. Them's the berries. It's a title match. I've made my picks. I've gone through everyone who's here. And I think we gotta get the show on the road. Kaito, if it was gonna happen to anyone, I think we all should have expected it was gonna happen to you. However, let's see how many times we're rolling this thing. As we... Oh, hold on. In my hand, this isn't a small die. Is this not a child? Is this... Could it really be? What is this? Asner, what is... This is Asner. Jeez. You're here. Who's the... Is the mom's name on this list? It's about time I figured out who this is. Ladies and gentlemen... Oh, no. Oh, I remember. This is my log. This is my log. Hold on. Let me put on something good so I can read you guys my log real quick. Thanks for finding this, Asner. I thought I had lost it. Give me some of this. Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Losers. I really hate to read this since Chaos reigned. I was hoping it wouldn't reign so I could really dig deep on this one, but you know what? A rivalry is a rivalry. Kaito, the champion who was handed the championship. Sakura, in that game, stood down so you could survive, so you could get your win. She could have become a two-time champion, but she knew all of the tragedy that you have been through. Kaito Momota, Luminary of the Losers, claims a victory and brings the title to the Entourage. But apparently not for long. Hey, you know what? I had a couple notes written down there, but now let's just go off the cuff. Kazuichi, how does it feel to have a champion, the Luminary of the Losers, and he's got to defend today? Oh, I bet the pressure's on now. Y'all were riding your high horse all week long. The Entourage was partying, they were getting down, and now look at you, grasping for air as the championship is on the line. What are you gonna do? I don't know what you're gonna do. But you know what? Kaito won a championship match. Congratulations to him. That's great. Kaito beat Sakura, but he didn't really beat Sakura. Sakura literally let him have it. That wasn't a fight. That was not a fight. So I'm gonna put Kaito into a fight. But I'm not so dastardly, so devious. Kaito will not be alone. He can have his entourage buddy Ryoma. And he can have of the pimped out rides of the extended entourage Mondo. 3 gentlemen from the entourage will go up against 3 of the strongest gentlemen in the squad. Nekamaru, Kokichi, and Pennyworth. In a 3-on-3 tag match at AV Mania. You wanna fight, Kaito? Let's actually see what happens when you're in a real fight and someone doesn't just hand you the victory. Good luck. Good luck. There are actually a couple other announcements on there, but you know, we'll get to that at the end of the episode, because now it's championship action. Let's Dang, I can't believe it. Everything that I was like planned, I was like, there's a 1 in 20 chance the Chaos Reign. That's not gonna happen in my mind, and then all of a sudden, here we are. Asnir, if you could get back over here, thank you. Thank you for bringing up that list, because, it's a second match set for AV Mania. There's actually 2 more matches set. I'll announce another one at the end of this episode. I wonder how that... this episode could really... How this episode goes really kind of, will change my vernacular on, how I set up that next match. However, let's roll this thing. 2 good tosses. We got 3 times. In championship action, we were simulated not 1 time. Not 2 times, but for literally Kaito's championship that he earned less than a week ago. I do have to say that we must resimulate 3 times. Kaito, as a member of the squad who's feuding with the entourage, I will say, your victory was inspiring. You getting your first win was inspiring. And I hope for the best for you. But come AV Mania, my boys are taking you down. And today, let's see what happens. We proceed, and as the tribute stand on their podiums, the horns, they not sound so horn bears. It is somehow, someway championship action again. Do it. The horns have sounded, and thus we must keep going. it's still processing, but it's anybody's game as Hero and Master decide to have a competition to see how many Komodo dragons they can kill this game. Munakai and Mitsurai are resurrected by the Lich King to kill the other tributes, and I must say with certainty that secret achievements are in place. Several of them could hit today. It is a larger game. Oh, I didn't even announce what the additional point changer things were. Well, if they happen, I'll say them, but if they don't, then they won't. Just be excited when the feast comes around. I'll say this, when the feast rolls around, you want to have more members on your team than the other team has on theirs. Celeste runs away from the cornucopia. Mew grabs a honey glazed ham. Monica receives a vision of her dying brutally at the hands of Chiaki and Fuiko. As she sees them approaching, she uses foresight to avoid dying. Tengen finds a kazoo in the cornucopia and attempts to play it tremendously, but instead fails tremendously. Nagito gets down on one knee and proposes to the great Gozu. Gozu accepts and the two happily skip away from the cornucopia together. Shuichi pushes Junko right off of a cliff during a knife fight. Rest in peace of the world pancake champion Sonya plays all of the horn bear instruments at once. It's so beautiful that the horn bears are subdued and they let Sonya keep playing for the rest of the game. Makoto runs away from the cornucopia. Haiji gets down on one knee and proposes to Toko. Toko's like, creep. I know what you said to me. In Ultra Despair Girls, this isn't real love. Corey finds a bow, some arrows in her quiver. Akane sets Afumi on fire with a Molotov. Kotoko breaks Kokichi's nose for a basket of bread. Mondo runs away from the cornucopia, as does Jotaro. Seiko decides to head back to the cornucopia to look for supplies that could have been left during the bloodbath. But when she finds the middle of the arena, the cornucopia just is not there. Kazuichi runs away from the cornucopia. Angie finds a backpack full of camping equipment. Tsumugi finds some AV-shaped popsicles inside of the cornucopia. Kizakura was forced to come out of the deepest pits of the underworld, and he is not happy. Not happy. Hiroko makes a suicide pact with Togami, Gundam, and Ibuki while the others are dead. Mama pretends that she wasn't even involved. That's sad. I would have loved Gundam as the champion, but we must keep going as Chisa runs into the cornucopia and hides. Genocide Jack comes riding into the games on a rare mount. Huh. Himiko and Juzo are incredibly jealous. Komaru argues with Monokuma, and Kaito realizes that dying doesn't mean anything in this endless cycle of despair, so he's just gonna live it up this game. He said he got his win, he got his title, and that's forever etched in history. So you know what? Just like your sprite is doing, more power to you, my guy. Let's proceed and see what else unfolds at the start of day 1. Haiji, Akane, and Mondo come up with a complicated escape plan. Kokichi receives fresh fruit from a mysterious man dressed as a wizard. Angie trips on a comically placed banana peel and falls on her bottom. Makoto finds a yeet ball. Mondo's up there. Shuichi reminisces about season 1. Chiaki and Juzo have a picnic on a cliff. So nothing goes wrong, surprisingly. Kotoko beats Jotaro with a ladder. Goodness gracious. Sonya brains Hero with a dumbbell. Nagito finds the body and messes around with it, you know, just for fun. Tengen reaches his hands towards the screen. The Watcher isn't safe. Run! Seiko. Kazuichi build a shelter together, but they both have conflicting ideas on interior design. Toko invades Momo's privacy and listens to her sing in the shower. How could you? You can't just listen to someone singing on the shower, Toko. How could you? That's dreadful, embarrassing, and downright wrong. Kizakura, me and you. Hey, you know what? We go way back. Monica begs for Fuyiko to kill her. He refuses, keeping her alive. Corey wonders if Nagito should buy it, or if Nagito has Nagito insurance. I would assume so. Masaru was pricked while thorns while picking berries. Mudokata slurps his fresh applesauce. Nice. I can't believe I did that. I can believe I did that. Mew spearfishes with a trident. Delightful. Genocide Jack dies from hypothermia. Mitarai buys AV merchandise from AV's Wares and Despairs. He's now wearing one of these, let me tell you. Kaito confides in Komaru. Chisa wants AV to give Donuts a chance. Samugi goes hunting. Celeste confesses how much she's come to hate the Great Gozu. The Great Gozu actually runs away crying. That's so sad. And Himiko drives up to Maki Donald's, wants an ice cream cone. Fortunately, the ice cream machine is working. How lucky for her. That was a gamble, Himiko. It would be on the gambling day that we hit something that's incredibly low odds. Let's proceed. And of course. What is this game? This might be one of the most chaotic games. Hey, hit. Where's Rebel Heart, man? I'm all over the place right now. This is. Hey, give me 1 second. I'm gonna find Rebel Heart. It's here somewhere. The Clown Song, Invincible Rainbow. There it is, right now. There's a flash sale down at AV's Wares and Despairs. Tengen takes too many free samples and is killed off by security. You don't take that. Too many free samples. I can't believe you. Fuyiko just takes 1 and so does Himiko. Good on y'all. Shuichi forgot his wallet and gets kicked out of the store by security. You gotta have money to buy things, my guy. Although we do barter. Mudokata and Monica joust with shopping carts. Only Mudokata survives. Rest in peace to Monica. Angie and Seiko joust with shopping carts. Only Angie survives. Samugi buys a 6 set of nunchucks. Kaito cuts Komaru in line. Komaru cuts Kaito with a knife. And where's my siren? It's gone. It's gone forever. It's gone. No, it's right here. It was like behind my chair on like the cusp of the hey. Kaito. We'll always remember that you did win the title. However, it is a new champ alert. We must continue. We must go on. Let's see what unfolds. As Gozu gets fired from AV's Wares and Despairs, and Gozu's been crying so much this game, and I feel for him, my guy. I feel for you. Toko sneaks into the back rooms and finds the dead bodies of Juzo and Jotaro. She runs out of the store, terrified, without figuring out what happened back there. Masaru and Chisa joust with shopping carts. Only Masaru survives. Mondo forgets his wallet and is kicked out of the store by security. Hiroko shops till she drops dead. Corey tips over an aisle, which causes other aisles to fall like dominoes, killing Mew, Sonya, and Akane in the process. Haiji forgets his wallet and gets kicked out of the store by security. Mitarai gets fired from AV's Wares and Despairs and runs off crying. Makoto cuts Kazuichi in line. Kazuichi cuts Makoto with a knife. Celeste forgets her wallet and is kicked out of the store by security. Kizakura also tips over an aisle, which causes dominoes to fall, aisles to fall like dominoes rather, killing Kotoko, Chiaki, and Nagito all in the process, and Kokichi takes too many free samples and is killed off by security. We are now down 23 in a game that is breeding chaos. We are down more than half of the cast. It is less than a standard-sized game, and it is indeed the saddest of all moments for. That's not right. That was the wrong. It's the saddest of all moments for Junko, Hifumi, Togami, Gundam, Ibuki, Hiro, Jack, Tengen, Monica, Seiko, Kaito, Juzo, Jotaro, Chisa, Hiroko, Mew, Sonya, Akane, Makoto, Kotoko, Chiaki, Nagito, Hiroko. No, Kokichi. Man, I really got Hiroko on the mind. I said Hiroko up there, I was like, Hiroko again. No, that's Kokichi. I do see Momo up there, don't forget about her. We lost so many people. Blue team's kind of struggling. But I guess both teams are kind of struggling. Blue team still has Celeste, Mondo, Fuyiko, Samugi, Komaru, Kizakura, and Mitarai. 7 people remain. Red team still has Toko, Kazuichi, Shuichi, Kori, Himiko, Angie, Masaru, Haiji, the Great Gozu, and Munakata. 10 people of their 17. Technically, slight advantage on red team, but we'll see what happens. We have 17 left. The feast is likely going to occur next round. Maybe, maybe not. And I'm excited to see if anything crazy happens during the feast. No secret achievements have hit so far. A couple of them could hit, because a couple of them are exclusive to the simulator. We'll see if they do happen as we proceed. 17 left. One more shot. Let's proceed, and we will see. Gozu puts his trust in Kori, allows himself to fall backwards. Kori catches him. Gozu says, finally, I trust someone. He doesn't have to cry anymore. He doesn't have to cry. Mitsurai sets up a few traps before returning to camp for the night. Himiko gets infected with a despair disease. Himiko starts insulting everyone who passes her by relentlessly. Fuiko sings a romantic song to Masaru. When the two begin to lean in for a tender kiss, Fuiko notices Toko filming them, which makes Fuiko kill Toko in a rage. Angie threatens Kazuichi in fluent Japanese. Kizakura challenges Munakata and Celeste in an anything goes pancake eating competition. Munakata eats the most pancakes, and let me tell you, earns entry into the World Pancake Championship match. It is just very slowly growing, but it is growing nonetheless. Munakata, welcome to the match. But we must continue as Komaru shoots an arrow at Mondo, but it misses and kills Shuichi instead. Tsumugi finds a big red button, pressed it immediately as if drawn to the glowing light. Fortunately, the button doesn't do a thing. Haiji is plagued by a reoccurring nightmare. We're going on to the feast. The cornucopia is replenished with food, weapons, and memoirs from the tribute's families. Mitsurai throws a knife into the Great Gozu's chest. Mitsurai, who wants to be the fighter, has taken out the ultimate wrestler. Celeste tracks down and kills Kori. Rest in peace to Kori. Haiji decides, you know what, I'm not gonna go to the feast. Angie tries to convince Masaru that their steamed hams are homemade. Masaru doesn't buy it and kills Angie in response. Kazuichi throws a knife into Komaru's chest. Rest in peace to her. Munakata catches Kizakura off guard and kills him. Mondo spears Tsumugi in the abdomen. Himiko enjoys steamed hams despite the fact that they're obviously grilled. And Fuiko decides just not to go to the feast. In the feast, it is possible to pick up a perk for your team that can allow them to double the points there in this episode, triple the points there in this episode. There's one that says, hey, the opposing team can't earn points this episode unless they place first. A lot of special things that could have happened, and none of them happened, and I'm kind of shocked. Instead, everyone kind of chose violence. Everyone chose violence this time, and I don't know how I feel about that. We'll proceed once again to day 2 as our field just drops steadily. Mondo drives up to Monkey Donald's and wants an ice cream. Unfortunately, the machine is broken. Celeste and Kazuichi split up to search for resources. Hold on, that's the squad and the entourage? Celeste is planning something, I understand. Angie wants to be a stepping stone for everyone else. Munakata puts on a pair of stutter shades, increasing his aesthetic level tenfold. Mitsurai and Fuiko are envious, and Haiji stabs Himiko in the back with a trident. Will proceed. We lost 9. We are now already, as I drop my pin and it disappears into the abyss forever, within Saving Grace Pick's range. This is one of the most chaotic episodes of all time. It's the saddest of all moments for Toko, Shuichi, Gozu, Kori, Masaru, Komaru, Kizakura, Tsumugi, Himiko. It is 4v4? Is it even? Yeah, it is, because we lost 9, so we have 8 left, and it's 4-4. Yeah, even split. Interestingly enough, and it's a championship match, so that top placement is important. It's your final 8, and we're gonna go through every single one of them and determine, you know, what they would get if they win this one, what it means to everyone as you make your Saving Grace picks. It is the final 8. Celeste has never held a title in this series. She is one of 2 members of the squad who's never held a title in this series. That could all change today. She's got a 1 in 8 chance of doing it. Mondo is in a special case as well. He's held Tag Team Gold, he's held the World Pancake Championship, and today, if he wins that title, He could be the next ever Triple Crown. He could be the second Triple Crown champion, the second Grand Slam champion. He could be Triple Crown Mondo, just like Kaito. Fuyiko. He doesn't need this title, but you know what? He might want it again. And you know what? I might be okay with it, because he might be in the squad by the end of the season. Mitarai is here as well, and it would be poetry in motion if Mitarai won this thing. It would be poetry in motion if the character who had never won wins for the title, and the other character, the last character that we're waiting for to cash on a win, is passed the title from Kaito to Mitarai. It would be beautiful. It would literally be poetry in motion, but he's only got a 1 in 8 chance of doing it. Kazuichi of the Entourage. He started stuff this season, and at Avian Mania, I'm gonna finish things. But right now, he has a chance to win the title, and I'm not too happy about it. Angie of Red Team. Angie's held singles gold. No, she's never held singles gold. She's held tag team gold, I'm sorry. But she could hold singles gold today. Haiji never held gold before. Sometimes gets a rough end of the stick. He's fighting for Red Team. He wants a title. It could happen. Let's see if it does. And Munakata has had a strong season or two. Not this season, though. But that could all change. He could win this thing. Will he? I'm not entirely sure. It's your final 8. Let me know who you got in the comments. First, second, and third. I'm gonna make my picks. For first, I'm gonna take Celeste. I am. I want Celeste. Bringing the title home to the squad. Holding the title on her own. Winning this whole thing. I would love to see it. I would love to see Celeste pick that up. For second, give me Munakata. I'll be frank. And for third, Mondo. Third Mondo, third Mondo, third Mondo, third Mondo, third Mondo. Give me Mondo for third. Why? Triple Crown Mondo. He got close once. He's close again. In fact, last time he was in the championship match on Friday, he got brought back to life and wasted that opportunity. I don't think he's going to waste the opportunity this time. In fact, let me swap that around. I think Mondo's going to get first. Give me Celeste for second because I would love to see her win. And then give me Munakata for third, but those are my picks, and it is your final 8. And my heart is going. My heart is going at the same rate as the Samurai Woman, so I know these guys are. It's the final 8. I cannot believe, and I'm gonna keep saying it, that Chaos reigned at a 1 in 20 chance, and it had to happen with Kaito. But now, Celeste, Mondo, Fuyiko, Mitarai, Kazuichi, Angie, Haiji, Munakata. Everyone here saw Kaito's win. It inspired them to give it their all, and now their hearts are beating at the same rate as that of a samurai woman. Let's see who wins this one. It's your final 8, and as we proceed, we see a lot of things happening as Munakata runs into Avi's wares and despairs and jumps onto a giant Monokuma plushie and falls right asleep. Celeste locks Fuyiko in a coffin and buries him alive, but Fuyiko manages to escape. That's your tag team. She was like, this is singles action, boy. Don't hit me. Haiji commits tax evasion. Angie is unable to start a fire and sleeps without warmth. Poor child. Mitarai finds a big red button, decides to leave it be. Mondo taints Kazuichi's food, killing him now. The last person who was a part of the entourage / the extended entourage that killed Kazuichi won a title. The last person who killed Kazuichi in World Pancake Championship action won a title. Could this mean that Mondo wins today? Is Kazuichi somehow cursed? We'll proceed and we will see that Haiji makes a deal with Celeste. Angie slams Munakata right through a table! Fuyiko sets up an ice cream shack. The Mitarai comes in by, some of it was delicious. Mondo declares his support to the squad! Mondo, welcome, my guy! This summons Pimp Kazuichi, who comes back from the dead to stab Mondo, just like he did with Pablo. This is betrayal. This is betrayal, you guys. So many things are happening. Let's go on. Let's proceed. We lost just 2. We lost just 2. One died. The other came back from the dead to kill him in Ordeal. It's a terrible turnabout for Kazuichi. Mondo. If that ain't a best Hunger Games moment, I don't know what is. That's pretty good. We'll see everybody's status. This is still technically Samurai Woman, so I'm gonna actually start playing it right now. Because it'll be over probably. It'll be over by the time we get to the next Fallen Tributes no matter what. Celeste, Fuyuhiko, Mitarai remain for blue team. Angie, Haiji, Munakata remain for red team. Technically, either team could still sweep today. You only need 3 to sweep. It is possible. I don't know who's gonna do it. I know who's gonna win. We got Celeste. And we got Fuyuhiko. We got Mitarai. We got Angie. We got Haiji. We got Munakata. You ready to find out what happens? Are you on the edge of your seat? Is your heart going wild too? Cause mine kind of is. Let's proceed. It's Samurai Woman, and as we see Fuyuhiko is just Celeste split personality given form. Angie feels herself developing a crush for Haiji. Munakata was too cute for this world and ascends to a different plane of existence, and thus we are down to our final 5 as Mitarai's ultimate move is fully charged. Huh. Fuyuhiko panders to the audience. He wants to join the squad, I understand. Celeste sees a completely pale Mitarai washed ashore, unmoving. Celeste revives him with CPR, but doesn't stop when Mitarai regains consciousness. Haiji just wants Avi to give Waffles a chance. Son. Angie uses her secret technique, running away, and we just lost 1 from red team. They can no longer sweep, but they could still win this bad boy. It's a terrible turnabout for that man's. Munakata. But we're gonna see everybody's status as it's the final 5. It is 3 for blue team, Celeste, Fuyuhiko, and Mitarai. It is 2 for red, Angie and Haiji, and it is time. It is down to the wire, and we gotta see what unfolds. Celeste, Fuyuhiko, Mitarai, Angie, Haiji. Only one of these 5 has held the title before, that's Fuyuhiko. Everyone else will be a new singles champion in these games. However, between Celeste, Fuyuhiko, Mitarai, Angie, and Haiji, it's your final 5, and within your final 5, we call it, in championship action, a Golden Crisis of Fate. Let's do it. Let's see what unfolds. It's your final 5, and some things are just naturally angry. Creepers, zombies, and Fuyuhiko. Yeah, that seems about right. Haiji and Angie just stared at each other through the crackling flames of their campfire, the thought of murder on their minds. Mitarai feels himself developing a crush for Celeste. Is it the makeout session on the beach when she saved your life? Is that, yeah, that'll do it, Mitarai. That'll do it. We'll proceed though, and we see Angie throws sand in the eyes of Haiji. Haiji goes temporarily blind for the rest of the game. Fuyuhiko uses a spell to suck the intelligence out of Celeste, which shockingly works, leaving Celeste literally dumbfounded. Mitarai wants Avi to give Sayaka a chance. Why would you do that? I don't want to do this, Mitarai. I don't want to do this. Ah, Mitarai, get out of here. Win another day. Man, Mitarai, man, this hurts, but this, oh man, well, never mind, we're going on, aren't we? I was gonna say we gotta play something special for the summertime here, but, well, what's a good, I don't have like a good summer classic on this yet. What would she play at, what would she play? I don't know what she would play, really. What is that? Oh, this is on my soundboard. Ah, sure, we'll play that. Tributes gathered Celeste's holiday mansion for a summertime cookout. And basically, everyone just furiously eats burgers and hot dogs. I guess Celeste was here, she was like, don't y'all dare get blood on my carpet. It is Fuyuhiko, it is Haiji, it is Celeste, and it is Angie, and it is Mitarai who's gone. Oh man, keep this playing for Mitarai, man. Keep it playing for Mitarai. Oh. Zoom in on that, man. It's the saddest of all moments. It's so sad for Mitarai. Mitarai, you were so close. Mitsurai, I know, you're heartbroken. I know so many people are heartbroken right now. I know. You thought the Kaito miracle, the impossible champion, you thought that it could happen to you too. I know, Mitsurai. I know you've been fighting. I know you've proven you're a fighter this season. You've had so many good games. You've gotten so far, so close, so many times this season. But you've just been short. Just short so many times. You've proven you're a fighter. And you want to keep proving you're a fighter. And I know we've talked about this. And after today's game, you know what? I'm gonna approve. You see, Mitsurai, he's asked me over and over again, I want to prove that I'm a fighter. He wants to prove he's a fighter. He said to me, AV, this Hunger Games arena, perhaps I'm cursed in it. So let me try and fight in a new arena. Give me a match at AV Mania. And I said, Mitsurai, you're the only character as in one of these games. Are you sure you want to fight there? And he said, yeah. He said, you can put me against any opponent you want. And you know what I said? I said, yeah. You know what? I like that fighting spirit. So Mitsurai won't just be at AV Mania. He will be in the opening match at AV Mania, fighting a mystery opponent of my choosing. And you know what I told him? He was so happy. And he said it's not enough. He said it's not enough. And I said, okay, Mitsurai. I'll listen. What do you propose? He said, let me help build to AV Mania. And I said, what? He said, let me help build to AV Mania. He said, let me fight, not just at AV Mania. Let me fight every week in August, leading up to the September event, AV Mania. And I said, Mitsurai, that takes a lot of guts. That takes a whole lot of guts. I'm gonna let him do it. Every week in August, Mitsurai is going to fight a mystery opponent. Until AV Mania, where he is in the opening match. Who will these opponents be? I don't know. They could be anybody who's appeared in a series on this channel. I don't know who it's gonna be. I'm not sure. But I'm excited to find out. I'm gonna make some calls. I'm gonna give Mitsurai some great opponents. We're gonna have some great matches, but for right now, it's Celeste, it's Fuyuhiko, it's Angie, and Haiji. And they're still caught in what we like to call Crisis of Fate. So let's keep going. Let's get on with it. Let's get on with the show. Let's proceed, and we see Fuyuhiko somehow steals every item in Haiji's camp without being noticed, and Celeste ain't afraid of no ghosts. Actually, Angie is actually fairly terrified by some ghosts, so we'll proceed. And, goodness gracious, Fuyuhiko mistakes the year of the Zenith for the year of the Ascent and is promptly killed. Angie and Celeste are sitting in a tree, KISSING, and Haiji uses a secret technique, running away. It is Angie, it is Celeste, and it is Haiji in a championship match, and we lost one. This man's trying to go for it, but instead it's just a terrible turnabout for her. Fuyuhiko. And thus, red team only has one member, blue team only has one member left, and it is Celeste, never held a title. In fact, none of these three have held a singles title before. Haiji, Angie, or Celeste. Angie's been close on a number of occasions. She has definitely gotten second in a championship match before. Celeste, she wants some love. She wants some singles. She wants some gold at all. She's never held gold. Haiji has not either. Angie's the only one of these three who's held gold before. Will this all change this episode? I'm not certain. For right now, it is indeed still a crisis of fate. Celeste, Angie, Haiji. Let's see what unfolds. We'll see what the proceed, and we will see. It's over! It's over! Where's the button? It's over! She did it! It's back to the squad! Ah! I feel so bad because Kaito is the one who lost it, but Angie's never held gold before either, so I'm not too mad as Haiji gets a hold of my soundboard. Unfortunately, before he can use it, you know what I'm like? You want to play Megalovania? I'm not having that today. Get out of here, Haiji. Get out of here. And Celeste catches Angie off guard and kills her. And that means 2 of your final 3 are gone. And 1 person remains. And she is the one and only. She saw. In fact, we'll wait for it. We'll wait for it. Because I can say, in fact, you know what I have to play. You know what I gotta play. You know what I gotta play in this moment, in this fine day in the year of the Zenith. Because we didn't just win again. We shocked the system. It was the wheel spin heard round the world. The 1 in 20 on the champion, Kaito. A member of the entourage, who, I'll be frank, all of the squad said, you know what? He deserves his win. He deserves his spot in the limelight, but Togami said he doesn't deserve it for too long. Togami said, you know what? Luminary of the losers, it's time to lose your title. Kaito put up a good fight, but he didn't take this victory. Instead, the title comes home to the squad because you're a winner. And new Danganronpa Hunger Games, champion of champions, finally holding gold for the first time. She made the most of the opportunity. And a member of the squad takes the title from a member of the entourage. It's as if this season is writing this feud itself. Celeste takes the win. Celeste wins the title. Celeste represents the squad. Celeste brings the gold home. And she is your new Danganronpa Hunger Games champion of champions. Boom! In my heart of hearts, this really makes up. It really does make up for the fact that Kaito really immediately lost the title. Man, that hurts. But Celeste taking the title from a member of the entourage? That doesn't hurt. Oh, that did feel so good. This season's really writing itself, and I'm screaming, you guys. I'm screaming. Woo! Man, man, oh man, this is great. It's writing itself, let's go. Hit me with that. Celeste is the new champion. I thought that it would happen in tag team action. I truly and sincerely did. I figured, oh yeah, Celeste will win in tag team action, it'll be okay, but here we are. Champion. Good on you, Celeste. And now we only wait on Pennyworth. And maybe I need to just start entering Pennyworth in some of these episodes, because he doesn't appear too often at all, does he, you guys? However, what can I say except that Celeste is your champion? She beat out Angie and Haiji. Good on you, Celeste. I know a lot of people were like, look, Haiji's on red team, that'd be great for us, but we really don't want Haiji to have that title. I'm sure people were rooting against Haiji. I think I would have liked the chaos of Haiji winning the title. I would have liked that a little bit. Angie, placing second in a championship episode again. That's heartbreaking for her, but it's not heartbreaking for the squad because we get those, we win those, we take those, and no championship, no secret achievements rather hit today. There were a good chunk of them that had a good opportunity, even in the feast. Wink wink, hint hint. However, those are our top 3. Fuyiko in 4th. Mitarai, 5th place, did not win, but maybe he can show off his stuff on the road to AV Mania. I'm excited for that. Munakata in 6th, Mondo in 7th, Kazuichi in 8th, Himiko in 9th, and rounding off your top 10 is Samugi, and we'll do a slow scroll through every single other person. my heart's still screaming. My heart is still screaming for the man who won and then lost the title in less than a span of a week. Yeah. Poor guy, that's all that I can say. Togami, you really had to do it to him, didn't you? You really had to do it to him. You hate to see that. But now, the squad has both of the singles titles in our possession. If Kokichi, you know, if Chaos didn't reign in tag team action, we'd hold all the gold, but you know, it is what it is. It is what it is. I love Alice in Wonderland, so you know, I can't front too much, but that's that. The squad wins. The squad defeats the entourage again, is what I should be saying. For everyone who's saying the entourage are more dominant, especially after Kaito won? No, honey. Kaito was a placeholder champion until we got the title back. And all it took was 6 days. I do feel bad for him though, I really do. All bits aside, but we'll proceed. It started with Shuichi pushing Junko off of a cliff and Celeste capitalizing, catching Angie off guard and killing her. Celeste is the champion. Blue team prevailed as well, and as we first go through the kills, Hiroko had 3, Angie had 2, Celeste had 2, Kazuichi had 2, Komaru, Manju, Munakata had 2, everyone else was 1 or less. That's a big 10 more points for blue team, and only 4 for red team. So as we go back to the reaping, and we pull up the winners bracket. Ladies and gentlemen, we see it there. Celeste, your new champion. Blue team skyrockets to 81 points. Red team, yikes. Red team's still at, what, 61? That's not bad, but it's a 20-point gap. That being said, if they pick up one of the special perks in the feast, it could change everything. It could change what they really needed this episode. Oh, there wasn't anything that could. If they picked up a triple points this episode, they would have closed the gap. That's the only way that they would have closed the gap. Well, we'll see. We'll see what also happens next episode. We have some special things that could happen in Orteal, which are much more likely to happen than in Brand Steel. Red team and blue team will also start working together a little bit more in Orteal. So we'll see. We'll see what unfolds. This was a crazy day. This was one of the most crazy episodes in a long time, you guys. Just the heartbreak of Kaito losing, but then it's not so bad because Celeste never won a title, does get some gold for herself. So you know what? Congratulations to her. Congratulations to the squad, baby. And until tomorrow, will it be just as crazy as this? Will I wear this jacket for literally a 5th episode in a row? I don't know. Toodaloo. Play crew. Thanks for watching.